Was Jesus born on December 25th? I can tell you that he was almost certainly not. Now, the almost certainly is there for a reason, and the reason is simply this: the Bible doesn't give us a date. It doesn't say. It is hypothetically possible, though it would be a significant coincidence, but it's hypothetically possible that he was born on the 25th. But there are a number of reasons which suggest that that is exceedingly unlikely, which is why I say almost certainly not that he was born on the 25th. Among those reasons are this: that Palestine in the month of December is a pretty cold place. And as a cold place, it's probably very unlikely that shepherds were out in the middle of the night keeping watch over their sheep out in the fields. The sheep would be gathered into a warmer kind of context at that time of year. There are other more technical reasons having to do with when John the Baptist began his ministry, when Augustus Caesar took his rule, and those kinds of things. So how did we end up with December 25th? Well, many argue that we ended up with December 25th because it was already a pagan holiday, a Roman holiday called Saturnalia that the Romans likely inherited from the Babylonians. And some argue that because of that, it's a pagan holiday and Christians have no business participating in it. And I understand that. Scripture does not command the celebration of the birth of Jesus. It does, however, show us the celebration of the birth of Jesus. And the choice of the day is one of those issues that I think men of goodwill can disagree on. That is, if it's true, as it is often said, that the reason December 25th was chosen was because the pagans were already used to celebrating that holiday, and when Christianity sort of came into power, they wanted to sort of amalgamate the practices of the world around them into the Christian faith. And you can call that compromise, which I get, or you can call it the affirming of the lordship of Christ over all things. You know, when you look at, for instance, the plagues that God sent upon Egypt, they're not just random plagues. They're plagues against the purported gods of the Egyptians. It's God showing, hey, I'm in charge, not these ridiculous gods you people worship down here in Egypt. You could argue that this is why December 25th was chosen, that the church is saying this does not belong to the worship of Saturn, this does not belong to the Babylonians, this does not belong to the Romans, this belongs to Jesus. This is his day, just like every day is his day. So that's the argument in favor of choosing that date. Now, what does that mean for us? Again, I'm sympathetic to the people who say this is a wrong thing because of the Saturnalia. However, I'm also prone to see it as a meat offered to idols thing, as a one brother esteems one day above another brother esteems all days equally, and who are you to judge the servant of another? I'm not upset at people who don't want to celebrate the birth of Jesus, but I do keep coming back to why in the world wouldn't we want to celebrate the birth of Jesus? This is a huge deal. And if you want to see celebration going on, it's true. It's not commanded. There's no law. Thou shalt do this. But if you read your New Testament Gospels, you'll see there is celebration of the birth of Jesus. There's celebration of the unborn Jesus by John the Baptist while he's in his mother's womb. There's the giving of the gifts. There's the celebration of those shepherds. It's a glorious day. There's the celebration of the angels in the sky. I think it's something worth celebrating. I can't think of much more worth celebrating with the exception of his resurrection and his ascension. So yeah, December 25th, probably not. Am I going to be rejoicing over the birth of Jesus on that day more than other days? Yes, I am. Not because it happened that day, but because it's fitting and appropriate for us to set aside time to remember particular events and focus our attention there in our celebration of the whole work and ministry of Jesus.